Here at DBL, we like to keep it real. So when DBL Nation disagrees with us, we do like to own up to it. Here's the story. Last week, we reported on a viral video of a Houston cop begging a security guard to help him take down a suspect. Watch.
Why you do that? Why did you do that? Stop grabbing my gun. Oh my God! I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's good.
We talked about why the security guard should have stopped filming and jumped in to help. The clip of our discussion has nearly 350,000 views and more than 22,000 comments on Facebook alone. And 95% of you, DBL Nation, you disagree with us. So here's what you're saying. Phil West writes, as a former security guard, she was in the right. They are only there for deterrence. They are not to engage people physically, just to observe and report. Riri writes, as someone who worked security, we were always told that we're not police officers and our job was to observe, take notes, and call the police if needed. The lady did the right thing. And Amanda writes, when did they say she was a cop? She's a security guard. Her training probably lasted an hour or two. She was not trained as a cop. You want backup? Call for backup. I really appreciate the viewers writing in because you do provide additional context, especially when it comes from firsthand experience. Some of them were security guards or still security guards. And
a lot of exclamation points from that first guy.
Well, you know
I feel like that was a right-in yelling.
This is someone's career,
you know
though.
what, Sam?
Perhaps she did the right thing.
Sam, I'm going to say this, and I don't think a lot of talk show hosts say this. I didn't know. I didn't. I looked it up. I don't know what a security guard's job is. I know that they're different kinds. I've seen security guards that are armed. I go to a nightclub, and some security guards have a stick or a flashlight that's clearly used to bash somebody's head in. But then you can also go to a parking garage at 2 o'clock in the morning, and there's a guy named Rusty in there reading a book and watching the game.
I know Rusty.
So, yes, yeah. Rusty's a good man.
Good, great guy.
So it's like, I don't know. I didn't know what her job was. I appreciate those guys writing in. I really didn't know. I thought that they were required, because if somebody's stealing from a CVS, they can grab your arm, right? If you're...
I don't know. It is unclear. I tried to do some research, but I looked from Ohio to Florida. They're all widely different in what they can do. What upset me was her sort of lackadaisical way of walking about, when instead of trying to find something for the officer, maybe not jumping in, that's what got me. She seemed bored, and it didn't seem like it was, and he was really, really struggling. That got me.
I'm with you on this, especially when the officer's begging for help, like, help me secure this person. And there was a good Samaritan who did jump in. A complete civilian did that. So you have to kind of wonder why someone's just kind of casually, you know, strolling by, going to pull up the camera, going to film this, unless, and we don't know this, was her job solely to document.
To observe and report.
And if that's it, that's cool. That's totally fine. I just couldn't understand. I think a lot of people would look at that and go, why is she not helping when clearly the man needs help?
But isn't it also a reminder to us, not only here on DBL having the platform that we do, but also to us on social media, to remind that there's always additional context?
Always.
Well, we Monday morning quarterback everything.
I know, but I think that's a great reminder, because I'm guilty of it. We're all guilty of it.
And hearing from a security guard himself or herself is fantastic.
Do we happen to know whether the security guard was there were any sort of reprimanding, or was she
fired?
Yes,
she was fired.
But I would love to hear some additional follow-up. If someone here on our staff could please give us some additional follow-up, and then at the end of the show we can update you all. That would be important. Yep.